You wait 2 years for a second Jason Atherton restaurant in London, and then two come along at once. BigHospitality was invited to take an exclusive first look at the second of those, the Social Eating House, which is a partnership with long-standing number 2 Paul Hood. I met the pair at their Pollen Street venture and asked the ever-busy Jason what his aims were with his recent restaurant activity. Is he hunting for awards, critical acclaim, business benefits, or something else?
It's a tough question, and I get asked it all the time and stuff. And the old British journalist cancer thing spreads in, where it's like you spread yourself too thin. I mean, it's like blah blah blah, right? So you, of course, I know those questions have got to be asked. I know the comparisons with Gordon is going to come along, but we're in a very different place. We have no bank borrowings. We do things out of cash flow. It helps us a lot like that, and we, what do we want to do? I don't know, we're just a bunch of kids running restaurants having fun. I mean, we don't take ourselves too seriously. We don't think we're going to be, a L'Atelier de Robuchon where we're going to have 27 Michelin stars around the world and Jason Atherton floats on air and all that sort of nonsense. No, I mean, we just do what we do. What would I personally like? Yeah, I'd love Pollen Street to be 2-star Michelin. Of course I would. I'd like, Paul to win a star here. I'd like Little Social to win a star. Of course I would, but will they? I don't know. And am I going to throw myself off Tower Bridge if they don't? No. Do you know what I mean? Whatever, right? That's irrelevant to the business. The food here, Paul and me, has designed it to suit the location and suit the price points of people's pockets in this area. For the 600 people who work in that building over the road, we know exactly how much money they've got to spend at lunchtime. So if we've got to make sure our business fits into their programme.
Social Eating House comprises a 70-cover ground floor restaurant, a basement kitchen complete with chef's bar at the pass, and an upstairs cocktail bar with its own secret entrance. So what has inspired the concept?
Probably it's going to be a fun place, a fun modern style bistro. Really, I'll sort of take on a modern bistro. Good food, great service, and somewhere that people just come and have some fun. Do you?
I think Paul. I think Paul's underplaying his style of cuisine a little bit there. I think yes, it's got some roots in bistro food, but I think it's more in tune with what's going on in Paris and Denmark at the moment with this whole bistronomy movement, where chefs have worked at top restaurants and gone off to do their own sort of like, not junior version, that again not doing it justice, but doing a version of the fine dining stuff, but a little bit more accessible and at a good price point, and using not having to go out and use turbot, sea bass and scallops and caviar, but showing their skill using lesser ingredients and being able to define a restaurant in an era where we've probably hit the brick wall now in the world's biggest global crisis that anybody will probably see in our generation, that's for sure.
Following in other chef's footsteps, Hood is making the transition from being an employee to a partner. So how has he found the process? Has he tried to second guess what Jason would choose?
There's always that thinking in the back of your head, but I've worked with Jason for such a long time now that you kind of, not expect, but you sort of know what he's looking for, and you sort of go down the right route, the right direction, so you can sort of, which is good, it steered me in the right way, because you can even go the wrong way or the right way, so it steered me in the right way, and I've hopefully given him something that is a great thing.
And have there been any arguments? And if so, who won?
No, it doesn't work like that. I mean, the thing is, when you have any relationship, whether it's personal or whether it's on a business level, there's got to be an understanding, right? Because if there's not understanding, it's never going to work. It's the exact same in a personal relationship. If you don't understand each other and trust each other, it's never going to work. I mean, I have 100% faith in Paul and his cuisine. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing it, because there's just no point. I can make enough money out of Pollen Street to see me through for the rest of my life, because I don't live a lavish lifestyle. I live an okay lifestyle. I'm doing this because I love running restaurants, and yeah, it's kind of cool for a bunch of young kids to have hopefully one of London's coolest restaurant groups, and that's sort of my side plan, if you like. But the first and foremost plan is to have a relationship with Paul where Paul can grow and become almost what I was at Maze, I suppose, for Gordon, where Gordon gave me an amazing platform for me to grow into who I am today. Whether you call that Frankenstein's monster or not, I don't know, but there you go.
Atherton famously rose through the ranks in Gordon Ramsay's business. As he looks to build his own restaurant empire, what does he think the secret is to nurturing and developing talent?
You've got to make sure that you help them, nurture them, bring them along, but at the same time, you can't hold their hand. They've got to go through the hardships to understand the benefits. Do you see what I mean? I mean, there was days at Maze where it was long and dark, you know. Maze, it was like that was a tough restaurant to run. That's why I've tried to make it easier for my guys, where I always shut on Sundays, you know, because at least they know that no matter how hard it gets, there's always that day off. Do you know what I mean?
Light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, because at Maze there was no light at the end of the tunnel. It was it was in a hotel, so we were stuck with that. That wasn't Gordon's fault. It was the fact that it was in a hotel. We had to be open, but it was like 7 days a week, non-stop, 150 lunch, 200 dinner, and it just went on and on and on. It was a tough cookie to crack that place. So we tried to take everything we learned at Maze, and I've tried to break it down to make it easier to digest for these guys, and then them to use those experiences to do their own places to the benefit. And I think we've done that really well, to be honest. You know, I think, you know, we've opened some really successful restaurants, and we're using the exact, you know, I thank Gordon every day I wake up. I thank Gordon for the business lessons I learned from that company to run what we run today. You know, because I wouldn't be here today without it. There's no two ways about it.